Faculty members at Eastern Michigan University on strike. Tonight, the university is asking a judge to step in and force them back into the classroom. Let's get right to Fox 2's Charlie Langton. He's live in Ypsilanti with the latest. And Charlie, you have a lot of people behind you as well, fired up.
I'll tell you what, there are a lot of people here fired up at Eastern Michigan University. I'm going to get to that lawsuit in 1 minute. But let me just tell you, last night they took a vote. 91% of the faculty, they voted to go on strike. And then about 7:45 this morning, just before classes were to start, this happened. Lots of professors carrying signs. You can see they are fired up. Wages, health insurance, those seem to be the big issues. And let me bring in a couple of people here because this is important. Let me bring in Matt Kirkpatrick. He's an English professor. And Marguerite, also DeBello, both are on the negotiating team, but you actually were sued. A lawsuit was filed a couple of hours ago by the university. You were mentioned. Now,
that's what my lawyer tells me.
That's what your lawyer tells me. I hope you've got a good lawyer. But here's the deal. They allege in the lawsuit that because you are a public employee, the law's pretty clear. You cannot strike. So this strike is illegal. How do you answer that?
Look, nobody wanted to go on strike. We're aware of the legal issues around striking, but it didn't have to be this way. We've been negotiating in good faith with our administration since July. We shouldn't have gotten to this point.
But can you negotiate and still teach?
I mean, I've been doing that this week. I can negotiate and still teach for sure, but we've gotten to a point where our administration hasn't been responding to our last proposal on compensation and healthcare. We need them to move on these things. The reason we're here is that we felt this is our last resort. This is our power. This is the way that we send a signal to them that we need to get a fair and equitable contract for our members.
Let me bring in Marguerite. Again, both of you are on the negotiating team. You were here. You were in this morning. About an hour or so, you left. No proposal from the administration. But here's the deal. We know that enrollment here at Eastern and in higher education is down. And we know that state funding across not only Eastern, but in higher education is down. Aren't those good reasons for the administration to say, hey, we are not going to give you the big raise that you want?
Well, we've looked at the budget for the past 7 or 8 years. It's remained flat. The amount of the budget that has our education budget for faculty, for teaching, instructional staff has gone down between 11 and 14 million, while administration costs have gone up 2 million.
They're spending too much?
They're spending too much, and we want to be compensated for what we're worth.
All right, seriously, you guys, are you going to go back and negotiate? When is that going to happen?
Whenever they have a proposal for us in writing. We've been asking, we've been over there several times, and they've not given us anything. So as soon as we get something, we'll be back in there. That's why we're still here.
Do you guys get paid while you're on strike?
That's to be determined.
Oh, more to be determined. All right, Matt, Marguerite, thank you so much. All right, anyway, so we're here at Eastern Michigan University. Again, a lot of professors, a couple of hundred, probably half of the people that actually voted, they're out here. They're going to strike with their picket signs. We have had communication from the administration, and again, that lawsuit, pretty much the questions that I asked, pretty much that was their argument. They believe that they've been bargaining in good faith by offering a 15% or so raise over 5 years, but obviously that is not enough for these professors. I'm live here at Eastern Michigan University. I'll send it back to you guys.